Hi, this is Allie, Little Hill Homestead. We're going on a backwards walkabout with my husband in the kitchen this morning. Just checking out this new microphone. Am I holding it wrong? No, I'm holding it right. We're good. So we're going on a backwards walkabout to see. I guess it'd be better if I film myself, not the floor. Hey, y'all. Okay, so I already had an intro, but welcome to Little Hill Homestead. I'm Allie. I'm caffeinated now, so I won't be doing dances around the kitchen, but I probably will. Let's be real. Anyways, we told you guys we were going to be doing a gift guide for homesteaders or people that cook or some of our favorite things to gift or things that we've received that are awesome. And a lot of you guys were like, hey, can you do it sooner versus later? So here you guys go. So we're going to break this down to a couple sections: kitchens, gardens, emergency preparedness, and miscellaneous. So number one is kitchen, because it's where we spend a lot of money and we get a lot of gifts. And we like to spend our time. So let's just jump right in. Some of these are going to seem super familiar because we mentioned them a lot, and some of them might be new. All right. Number one. I guess I should clean the counter first, but I'm not gonna. The number one thing, not number one of the things we use a ton. 5-gallon buckets. You can order them online. The best place to get them is in the paint department at Walmart. I know. They're under $5. They're solid white. They don't say like Tractor Supply. They're not weird colors. Super simple white. We keep them in our kitchen all the time for sugar, flour, wheat berries, semolina flour, rice. We have all kinds of stuff. I bought chalk labels that I stuck on the front of them. And then we buy gamma lids, which are these spinner lids. They basically, we have a video how to put these on because they're kind of a pain. It has a gasket that goes on your bucket, and then it has a lid that is airtight. We keep our chicken feed in these. We keep everything in these. We have food in the garage in these, our backup foods, but they're on our Amazon list. I will say, everything on here is on our Amazon list. I will link it below. But if there's an alternative for less than our Amazon list, I will tell you. What? Oh, Shawn's nodding his head. I'm like, what? Okay. Let's go. Selfless plug. Here you guys go. We started making and selling bread bags this year, you guys, and a lot of you guys have purchased them. They are great if you do home baking and you want to support a small business. Hey, but we make them in all different colors. They have a drawstring top, and they are great for bread products, rolls, stuff like that. Boom. What?
It lasts 3 to 5 days longer.
Oh, it lasts 3 to 5 days longer than like shoving it in a Ziploc. Plus, it looks so cute on your counter. The next thing we sell in our Etsy shop is our sourdough starter kit. This is great if you have somebody in your life that wants to start doing sourdough. It comes with our dehydrated sourdough, which is from our Vinny that we have in our house, a spoon, a pint jar, your choice of a jar cover. These are like the little ones that we make in our shop. You can buy the sourdough on its own and the jar covers on their own. So if you're looking for a simple gift for somebody who wants to get into that, it's a great base point. And then the last thing from our shop, well, Shawn will mention something else from our shop later, but our kitchen boas, you guys. These we just released last week. We've literally sold like 100 of them already. We have them in a million different colors, and they are basically just a piece of cotton that wraps around your neck and kitchen towels at the end. So they're great for like cleaning your hands, picking up pots, things like that in your kitchen. So, and they're really reasonably priced. We try to be fair with you guys. Okay, next thing. Aprons, you guys. We are going to come out with an apron next year, but a good quality apron. We have one in our Amazon shop that you guys see us wear all the time. This one I get asked the most questions about. This is one that I actually sewed. It's a double-sided, it's like a Japanese style apron. And when you put it on, it has a tie somewhere on it that you tie in the front or the back. But any kind of good quality apron, more coverage is better, and you don't want to have to be fiddling with it. So we will have those. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get them out for Christmas, but we will have them soon. Knives. Let's talk knives. No, I'm just kidding. Good cutting boards and knives, you guys, is something that we use nonstop. We get this cutting board at Costco. Somebody just told me it's actually on sale for $40 right now. Boom. So if you bought it when I told you a couple weeks ago how good it was, you can actually go get your money back. The difference. A good quality cutting board, all different sizes. We have a large collection of them and we use them all. So that is something that you can get them like wood cuted up and all that stuff, any kind. We have ones just for meat, raw meat, and then we have ones that are just for everything else. And then knives, you guys. We love Rada, R-A-D-A. These we got for our wedding 28 years ago. We have a large collection on a magnet on the wall. You guys will sometimes see it. We have so many of them. And the sharpener, good call. And the sharpener. The sharpener is like $5. Most of their knives are right around $20, and you can buy kits that come with a bunch of stuff. They do not go in the dishwasher, or the handle will change color. But if you're looking for a reasonably priced knife that will last a really long time, Rada's the way to go. We love them. Okay. Thank you for the...
You're welcome. And also, knives like that, other than butter knives, should not go in the dishwasher anyways. They should be hand washed.
Neither should pots and pans, you guys, but that's a whole other thing. Okay, so you guys ask me about this literally every time I use it. So this is a 4th cup measuring cup. It also has tablespoons written on the inside of it, and then it has milliliters and ounces on the back side of it. I get these from Walmart, you guys. They are in the kitchen section where they like hang like your tools, your kitchen tools, near the measuring cups. They are usually, I think they just raised the price. They're under $3. I own them for a bunch of things. I found the closest one and linked it on Amazon, but you guys, if you're at Walmart, this is a great stocking stuffer. You will use the crud out of it. Okay, let's move on. Mason jars. We use mason jars for everything. If you know somebody who's a homesteader, cooks, just buy them a case of mason jars and you're set. Like pretty much I tell my kids, like the easiest gift, buy me mason jars. You can buy them in all different sizes, half gallons and gallons from Azure Standard. Phenomenal. We store our beans, we store granola, I mean anything you want to store or can, mason jars. Yeah, we have a whole hutch. Shawn's gonna show you. We use them literally for everything. We use a lot of mason jars. The infamous oil sprayer. We own 3 of these. We have the yellow, the green, and the black. They come with little stickers so you can stick what kind of oil it is. When oil hits them, they kind of slide. They're still on there, but they're not great. But these right now are like $8, you guys. Depending on the color, they go up to 10. But
sprayers are great. The labels are not.
Yeah, the labels are not great. The sprayers are great. So it has 2 functions. It has this little slide on the top that pops this up so you can pour your oil. I'm not going to spray the plunger, but if you spray it slow, like if you push this part slow, it will do a stream. If you spray it fast, it's like Pam cooking spray. And you can use any favorite oil, avocado. We're not even going to get into the veggie oil debate. Whatever oil you want, put in the sprayer and use it instead of buying cooking spray. Addiction. You'll love them. You'll end up buying more. So you might as well just buy the 3-pack. What am I on? Oh, Amish dishcloths, you guys. We love these things. We have probably 100 of them. I'm not even kidding. And when I stop using them in the kitchen, we take them down to the garage and we use them for stain and stuff. We get these a couple different places. Amazon does have them, and I have linked them. If you live near an Amish community, they all have them, and they're like $1, $1.50 each. Layman's in Ohio has them. That's where I originally found them, but they come in all different sizes. They're nice. They're double thickness. They're amazing, you guys. Definitely worth the investment of $1. Just saying. Okay. I'm jumping all over the place between canning and cooking and yeah. So one of my things, and we talked about this, I think it was like a year and a half ago actually, was this little label maker, you guys. So this is my Fomimo mason jar label maker. It prints these little tiny labels. You connect it to your phone. You can pick different fonts. You can pick a border, but they're like this size. It's the only size it makes. It's the only flaw with this thing. They're really reasonably priced though. And you can buy like backup rolls of the stickers. So you print them, you stick them on your mason jars, and boom, you know what's in them. Because if you like me think like, I'm gonna remember what's in it, you're not gonna. You won't do it. You'll have vanilla labeled jalapenos. You'll have...
Here's my almonds. They look like almonds.
The almonds are almost...
Pepper on top.
I'm terrible at labeling. So these little Fomimo label makers, they make different versions if you want like circles or different stuff like that. They're awesome. If you've been around the channel for any length of time, I'm trying to push this stuff out of the way so that it's, you know, not where you can see it. But if you've been around the channel for any length of time, you know we like our nightly ice cream. We pretty much eat ice cream like 4 to 17 times a week. We have this one. This one is no longer made, you guys. I was so disappointed when I found that because one of you guys reached out and bought the last one that they literally made. But any kind of ice cream maker that has like the frozen bowl. We store this in our freezer. We actually bought a compressor ice cream maker. We didn't love it, you guys. It's bulky, it's big, so we keep going right back to this one. If you have the freezer space, it's totally worth the investment. And Little Hill Homestead has some amazing ice cream recipes. Just saying. Okay, I have stuff behind me to show you now. This thing, one of you guys sent me, and I was like, this is cool, but will I ever use it? You guys, you will use it all the time. They're like kind of a thin plastic. It almost feels like 3D printed. But if you have mason jars like me and a dehydrator or a freeze dryer, and you know it has like the sheets, look at the space. Okay, it fits on wide mouth, not narrow. But I never caught that before. Maybe it's just the Azure jars they don't fit on. Anyways, if you have a wide mouth jar, Shawn's gonna hand me one. They sit right on there, and you can dump your freeze dryer or dehydrator trays right into this. I also love this thing when I'm doing like bulk dry good mixes like Cheddar Bay biscuits, which will be coming this week. And you can pour your stuff right into the mason jars, and this thing, it's like 12 bucks, I think, you guys, and totally worth the price. I use it way more often than I thought I would, sadly, and amazingly at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna go into some stuff behind me. Let's go here. Ugh. Okay, you guys, I was gonna bring I have 3 bread machines. I do. I have a Breadman Pro that I got at the thrift store for $2, literally like 6 years ago. I still use the thing. I even told Shawn, like, I have these other better bread machines. I should get rid of this thing. And it sat by the front door, go to the thrift store, and I couldn't let it go. It's dedicated to me, and I'm dedicated to it. So you guys know my tried and true bread machines. I have 2 that I really like. One is high priced, one is not. This is the Weber bread machine. My biggest thing to look for with a bread machine is double paddles. So what I mean by double paddles is at the base of your pan, it's gonna have 2 of these. It really helps mix them together. The other thing that I would look for in a bread machine, personally, now that I know how to use it, is one that does like a preheat function. So you can put your milk, your water, your butter, everything in cold, and it will slowly heat it up. The Weber does that. My ride or die, my love of my life is my Zojirushi. They're an investment though, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. This is like 60 bucks. That's like just over 300. But I used my $2 bread machine for years and years, multiple times a week until I made that investment. So you do you, like we always say, but the Weber is a great option. Bread pans. So we have a really amazing sandwich bread recipe on the channel. By the way, I'm talking really fast because I'm trying to get through a lot of stuff. We have a really good sandwich recipe on our channel, and it is really good, but it's a double loaf. So it fits perfectly in, oh yeah, one of these. Hello. It fits perfectly in this double loaf pan. You can also split it between 2 singles. This comes with 2 of these guys, and I use them non-stop. I know some people are weird about different coatings and stuff. Like I said, you do you. Also, in our our Etsy shop, we sell these 9x13 hot pads. Shawn actually makes these. They are quilted on the front and the back. We have a billion different colors. They're machine washable. And look at that. It's like it was designed to take the bread pan, or a 9x13, or a casserole dish, or whatever you want to put on it. Anyways, bread pans. Great, little, inexpensive. I use it nonstop. We're playing Frisbee this morning. Next. I know you guys are gonna be like, I do not need a pressure canning pot. Those things scare me. Y'all, they're not scary because I'm not using it for pressure canning. So this is, I believe, a Presto. I don't even know. I've had it for so long. It's a Presto. No idea. Yeah, it says it right here. I don't even have to flip it over. So this is my Presto canning pressure canning pot. And it comes with These little doodads for pressure canning. What it also does a really, really amazing job at is water bath canning. So I use it for 2-in-1. I use it for pressure canning, which again is not scary if you do it right. Just saying. Or if I put the lid on like that and don't twist it shut, you can use it as a water bath canner. I've used this way more as a water bath canner than I ever did a pressure canner. And for the investment, you don't need to get the All-American and get crazy like $400 or $500 pressure canners. This one's like $100, you guys. Just saying. Okay, and then like lifters and the canning stuff, right? I don't know if you can see it over here. Can you see over here? I'm asking my husband.
Yes.
Okay, so dehydrators. Shawn got me this for Christmas 5 years ago now? I don't even know. This is my Big Mama Jamba. This is my Kasori. I think it's like a 8 tray or a 10 tray. I don't even know. I use this stuff. It has these big like 14 by 14 trays. And apparently the last time we dehydrated sourdough, we missed one. So this is what we sell in our shop.
That's my fault.
We'll take care of that. We just did a fresh batch of, we dehydrate sourdough to do our little sourdough packs. We just did some, and sometimes it gets lost in there. Anyways, this is a 12, not a 12, this is an 8 tray Kasori. 10 tray?
Yeah.
10 tray. It's a 10 tray Kasori. I love this thing. It is big. It is, it's got a dedicated place in our laundry room, and we take it outside to run it because it does put off a lot of heat. We also have the Kasori round tray plastic ones. I've had that thing probably for 16 years, and it still runs perfectly. You can't adjust the heat though, which is why we invested in this big thing. If you know somebody who gardens, dehydrators are the way to go. We also have a Septree that's little dinky, and it's perfect for on the counter. My son has it at his house right now, but I love that thing for small batches. And then we have a London Sunshine as well in the other room. It's a little bit bigger than the Septree, but smaller than the Kasori. I have a problem, you guys. I like dehydrators. So a lot of people say, Allie, you really need to invest in a freeze dryer. Yeah, I have 4 dehydrators. I'm good. Anyways, that is something we may do down the road, but not yet. Okay, the last thing for kitchen. Somebody said food savers. I use mine occasionally, but not a ton, but it's on the list. I did, by the way, if you're around here, Facebook, we do post questions and things like that. So we did release this list early and ask for help. There you guys go. The last thing we're gonna talk about is cast iron. I have a love for cast iron, you guys. I mean, a lot of people do, right? So I have a couple options, high and low dollar. I try to give you guys the best of all worlds, right? So Lodge brand. Oh, he's showing my messy, messy closet and my Mountain Dew. Yeah. So Lodge brand is probably your best price for a good cast iron. We have a ton of, well, these we make pizza in, but I also have a Dutch oven from them that does really, really well, but they're not coated. They're just cast iron. They're not hard to season or use once you get used to them. So don't be intimidated. Oh my God, I rusted it. You'll be fine. It's just surface rust. You can clean it right off and season it back up. So Lodge brand is my favorite for lower dollar, not coated. If you want to splurge, y'all, grab my red pot, my La Crusette. Shawn got me this La Crusette probably, I think it was our first wedding. We were married, first year we were married.
No, it was like our 7th year of marriage, actually.
Well, it was early on. I didn't know how to take care of this thing, you guys, but we have used it to death. So this is our original La Crusette. This is a 26.
I bought it for her, but it's actually mine.
Yeah, we call it the chili pot. We cannot use it anymore because we have destroyed it. This is what the inside looks like. Yeah, I know. You guys told me reach out to the company and they'd replace it. This is my fault. I did not know how to take care of it, and I used all kinds of scrubbers and stuff on it. The other thing, this was so old, it came with a plastic lid. So the first time I tried to use it for sourdough, the lid melted everywhere. Now, La Crusette makes metal lids because everybody uses them for sourdough. So, what is a La Crusette? However you say it. Okay. This is the plastic lid. They replaced it with one that doesn't melt now because I did reach out to them for that, but now they're good. This La Crusette was my little splurge this year. I did get it on sale. Oh, I thought I chipped it. No, it's just a little thing. I bought the oval one because they're cheaper than the round for some reason, and I don't really care if it's an oval or a round. This is a big Mamba Jambas, 8 quart. This is a big one. I love the color. But what La Crusette is, they're enamel coated. So they're cast iron in the middle. They coat them to make them really like awesome in the inside. They're great for anybody who bakes sourdough. They're great for anybody who does large batches, and they hold their heat like crazy well. So, boom. I think that's everything, you guys. My Zojirushi, like I said, the bread machine is in use right now. We're making bread and hamburger buns with it. Other things that you guys mentioned, and then I didn't pull them out, are good blenders. We have a Blend Tech. We bought it refurbished like 18 years ago. I love that thing. We do have one from Vever as well. We do have one from Vever as well, and the one from Vever I like. It has like a plastic case that closes over it. My only downfall with it is it doesn't fit under my counters, and so I cannot leave it out. But there you guys go. The other thing you guys mentioned was mixers. Okay. KitchenAid, Bosch, any kind of mixer. If you know somebody in your life that needs something like that, KitchenAids are on really good sales right now. I bought, and you guys are kind of reaming me right now, I bought a Bosch mixer this year because I don't love my KitchenAid. Our KitchenAid is like the lower horsepower, lower model, and so it has some downfalls. So we invested in a refurbished Bosch.
I strongly disagree with her. I love my KitchenAid.
That's fine. You do you, right? So I invested in the Bosch, and I just need to get used to using it. The other thing you guys mentioned were grain mills, and we have a Wonder Mill, I think is what we have over there. I'm going to try to do more fresh milled next year. But think outside the box, you guys. Anyways, okay, we're going to move out of the kitchen category now that this is 45 minutes long on to gardening and garage. Let's go. This one's a little bit smaller category, but that's just because it is. I don't know. The first thing I want to talk about are, let's see, where do we want to go first? Oh, first thing I want to talk about. We have a wagon. Okay, it's raining, so I didn't go get it because it's wet and it's raining. But we have a wagon called a Gorilla Wagon, and it is like a super heavy duty. It can hook to our ride-on lawnmower. It can tip to dump. I love that thing. We've had it for years. My son even used it as a hot tub when we first got it. Would fill it with water and he'd soak in it. That was a long time ago. We haven't done that in years. But a good wagon. It's a good one just for all purposes, cleaning chicken coops especially. Something else when it comes to chicken coops and gardening in general are gloves. These are 2 years old. This is what I do to garden gloves, you guys. I beat the living heck out of them. Good garden gloves. Leather on the palm and stuff is preferred. I think I linked one in our shop. The other place, I got some really cute ones for my son last year. My son buys me a new pair of gardening gloves every single year. These are 2 years ago. Last year, he gave me bumblebees that are leather, and those came from Lowe's. But good gloves. That's simple, right? Garden clippers. Again, it's raining, so I did not go out there to get. I have Friskers. They're linked in the Amazon thing. They're a black handle, and they're way sturdier than these. These are from Dollar Tree, and these we use all the time too. So you don't have to spend a ton. Simple, right? The next thing, garden raised beds. Amazon has a ton of them. You can go with like Vigo. They're amazing. But if you don't want to spend that much, you guys, there's lots of alternatives out there. So we have Vigo. I do think they are worth the money. They are very, very strong and sturdy, and they hold their shape a little bit better than some of the other raised beds. But we do have some from Amazon that one of you guys sent us, actually, 2 of you guys. They're really awesome. They're a little bit shorter than the Vigos, but they totally serve the purpose, and they come in a cute little box. So not little, it's heavy. But yeah. We make garden trugs. We're keeping on the garden theme for a second here. Shawn and my son, Porter, they make these. They're a wooden garden trug. It has hardware cloth on it, and the handle swivels so it gets out of the way when you guys are working in the garden. I don't promote these a ton on the channel, and I don't know why, because they're amazing. What I love about them is, one, they come in a bunch of different colors. So this is the weathered wood. This one I have full of stuff that I need to clean. This is our walnut. We have pine, and we have golden oak is our other one. The pine is like an unfinished. And do you have a golden oak? I don't know if you do. He does. So if you're looking for a garden basket, these are really, really awesome because you can throw your veggies in it straight from the garden and you can run your hose right over it. It rinses through the hardware cloth and your veggies are clean. Plus this on your counter, this is the golden oak. This on your counter looks awesome. They ship for free. They're 60, are they 65?
$65.
65, but they ship for free, which the shipping is like 15 of that. So it is what it is, right? But I use, this one has all of my garden seeds in it that I need to sort through. We seed saved loofahs and stuff like that, and I need to get that sorted out. But if you're looking for a good way to seed store, so seeds are a good thing to get people because seeds can get kind of expensive. So it's always fun to pick your favorite varieties and gift people seeds. If not, gift cards for seeds. So I store my seeds. This is a photo box, like for photos. Who actually has those anymore? But this came from like Michael's. Actually, I got it out of a vegan house, but that's a whole other story. They basically are full of these little plastic boxes, and then I labeled them like what they are, and then we just store stuff in each of these little things. So I have tomatoes, lettuces, brassicas, root vegetables, and then of course I'm lazy and don't always put them in there, but they fit on top fine. It's fine. Michael's coupons, just saying, but it's a good option for somebody with seeds. The last two things, these are tool related. So I'm gonna have Shawn step in here.
Okay, this time of year especially, Black Friday goes through like
Forever,
whatever. There's a duo kit, and I didn't bring the drill out, but this is our Impact screw gun, and DeWalt really is a great brand.
We've had this for years.
I've had several different ones, and we've had this for years. They have a 2-set that comes with this and a drill, and a couple of batteries and battery charger, and Allie got this for me for Christmas 7-8 years ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
7-8 years ago, and it's just awesome.
Yeah.
And then this is one we get these from Home Depot. It's a Stanley 25-foot tape measure. I wear 2 of them on my belt when I'm in the wood shop because Allie always steals one from me. And then PJ has his own as well. You called him Porter earlier.
I know his name's Porter, but we call him PJ.
PJ has his own, and then we have an extra one as well. And it's just tape measure. If you're in a wood shop, you're a wood shop person all the time. But some of those Stanley ones that are 30 foot and stuff, I love those ones too. But they're like $20.
And they pull your pants down.
This is $5. It's $5 at Home Depot.
Yeah, $4.97 I think at Home Depot. And we have, this is mine for the house, so it doesn't go in the garage.
So if this little end is getting bent for you or your husband and need a new tape measure, it's a $5 gift.
There you guys, stocking stuffers. The DeWalt, Shawn didn't, I don't know if he showed you this, they're battery packs. So I love this because we use them all over our yard, and we have a bunch of tools that hook to these same battery packs. We actually, for our oldest son moved out last year, we got him a starter kit last year. I think you can get the starter kit for like $100 right now, and it's normally like $350. So definitely worth looking at like Amazon or Home Depot for that. I will see if I can find the starter kit, and I will link it below. But DeWalt, good tools. That's what we use to build all our trugs for the most part too. I mean, we have an air compressor to run some of it, but anyways, okay, that is it for, did I get everything? Trugs, raised beds, gorilla wagon. The gorilla wagon, you guys, it's awesome. Okay, we're gonna move on to emergency preparedness next. You ready for this? Let's go. All right, you guys, a couple of years ago, okay, like 15 years ago, when we moved to Georgia, the very first year we were here, we had ice-pocalypse, a big snowstorm, ice.
Snowpocalypse.
Snowpocalypse, that's what it was called. And we didn't have power for 6 or 7 days. We were not prepared even a little bit at that point. And it was a big point, that was one of the big points in our lives where we started preparing differently.
Allie loves her coffee, and so she heated up water over a candle.
It took like 6 hours to heat up water on a candle. So, snowstorm hits. We don't know. We're from Southern California, so we had no idea what we were getting into. And we, at that point, we had let a lot of stuff go to move cross country. So we did not have a camp stove, which, get a camp stove, you guys. We keep a camp stove in our conversion van, but we also have one in our garage. We've used it numerous times on the porch or a barbecue with a burner, and some of the little containers of propane. Those are awesome to have on hand. You can get a camp stove for like $20 at Walmart. We have 3, I think. But they're awesome. now we know for heating up water. We've cooked tacos for our whole family when we lost power because we have an electric stove. So we are SOL if we lose power. We'll talk about that later. But we've done a lot of stuff since Icepocalypse to be better. Snowpocalypse. It was an ice storm, so you know. But we've done a lot of stuff. There were two back to back. And we couldn't even take showers, you guys. We had to go to our pastor's house to take a shower. We lost all of our refrigerator and freezer food. We had no heat. It was eye-opening, you guys. So a few things that we did. Camp stove. Turkey fryers. You can get them on clearance. That's what we ended up finally getting in. We had one turkey fryer and one propane tank. But our shed that we had it in had frozen shut. We couldn't even get the lock open. This is like extreme, right? But we finally were able to cook a little bit using that, but it was basic stuff, which is why we have our pantry. So on to the show, moving on. So couple things we do now. Camp stove. Like I was saying, super, super easy to keep in like a closet or something, just in case. I've mentioned these guys before. We actually had a power outage. I don't remember. We get a lot of hurricanes. We get tornadoes here. We get power outages just if the wind even thinks of blowing. So one thing that we have, these are these GE LED battery backup light bulbs. We have them, we probably have 8 of them at this point. The lamp that we have right above my head, these live in that lamp. So if our power goes out, almost every room in our house, these automatically kick on. They're dimmer than a standard light bulb, but it is definitely enough to light up my house. So they have where you can switch it so that it'll kick on in a lamp, but if I want to use it as a light bulb, you have to be touching it. That's what it was. There's some reason. Yeah, you have to be touching it to get it to work. But it'll work as a flashlight too, so if you want to take it out. But these things, I think the 2-pack is like $20. They're not cheap, but they last forever. We have definitely utilized these things more than probably most of the stuff on this list for emergency preparedness and having just some source of light, especially with kids. If the power goes out, you know. The next thing I want to talk about is kerosene lamps. So we have 2 options. This one stays on our porch. It is filthy. It's a Dietz. I got this from Lehman's or Lehman's, depends on how you say it, but they have them in a million colors. We see them in antique stores all the time. It's a kerosene lamp. It lives outside, but we pull it in if we need it. Awesome. I picked blue, but whatever. The other thing are these. You want to get a unscented kerosene, one that's safe for indoors if you're going to use it in the house.
Is that an Aladdin?
This is an Aladdin, you guys. So anytime we go to thrift stores, that's not where this one came from. Anytime we go to thrift stores, we see kerosene lamps, and if they're cute, I will grab them. The other thing is, sadly, Shawn's dad passed away a few years ago, and he had quite a few kerosene lamps. This was one that I was eyeing. It is not a cheaper one, but I thought it was beautiful, and so when we were cleaning out his stuff, he actually had this lamp. So I snagged that. It's like the one possession of his that I snagged real quick, and now I proudly display them. I decorate with these things, guys, so that if the power goes out, they're all over my house. So this lives on my piano. I have one in my hallway. I have one in my living room, and they just look pretty. So we even have one upstairs that's olive green. Thrift stores and antique stores. Yeah, you have to have backup wicks. And this one I don't use a lot because the wick's really expensive, but if you get the twist up wicks, cheap. Thrift stores and antique stores. You can get them for like $5, you guys. Just saying. Okay. Next, and I'm hoping you can see it over here, is a water filtration system. You do not have to get expensive. You can get lower dollar options, even like a Life Straw. For us, we have a pool and we live near a lake. So we can get water in case of emergency or even just like a rain collection system in a trash can in your backyard. But how are you going to filter it? We have 2 water filtration systems. We have a Berkey. My bread is done. We have a Berkey and we have a Barreau. The Barreau is in the other room, so I just grabbed my Berkey. This does have Barreau filters in it, though, because you can't get the Berkey filters in the U.S. right now. But I love them both. They are somewhat of an investment, but we've had our Berkey for 10 years, and we've only changed the filters 1 time. Yeah, twice. Shawn's telling me it's been twice. But this is the small one. My Barreau is identical to this. It's beautiful. I love it. So if you're looking for a water filtration system, I will put the link for the Barreau below. And you do see them on Facebook Marketplace because people think, oh, my Berkey's useless now because I can't get the filters. Well, if you can find one on Facebook Marketplace and get the Barreau filters, boom. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna take you in the other room for because this thing is massive and I don't wanna pick it up. All right, the last thing I want to talk about with our emergency preparedness section is the importance of having a battery bank or a backup power source. So if you, like us, have chickens who maybe were in a hatchery and need heat, or a freezer, a refrigerator, mini freezers that have thousands of dollars in meat in them. I see that all the time with homesteaders. You get dependent on having some form of electricity. And so one thing that is a really good option here, even for your cell phones or your computers or whatever, is having some way to power that stuff. So when we lost power, we had no way to heat our home and it was really, really cold and we had 3 small kids. So we now have 3.
We built a fire.
Yeah, we did build a fire. We didn't even have enough wood though. But we now own 3 power stations, essentially. So we have one that our conversion runs off of, and I will tell you a small bit about that. But we have 2 from this company. It's called Aferiy, Aferiy. So we talked about one of them a while ago. It's a much smaller version. You can run your fridge or freezer for 8 hours off of it. It runs, oh yeah, I'll tell you about that. You can run your freezer or fridge for 8 hours. You can charge, numerous things. We take that one to our craft shows so that in case our cell phone dies and we need to charge it, it's an easy thing. We also take it when we go camping sometimes if we want to have like a radio running or if we want to do something that is, power based while we're camping. So we have that one and it is definitely more portable. This one is the newest one that we added to the collection because this one can run your fridge for 27 hours, you guys. So we also have a gas generator. It's a pain, and you have to have gas to run it. This one you don't. This one has 2 ways to charge it, basically. So on our conversion van, we have a solar panel that we can use to power this thing. Or you can plug it into the wall, or you can actually get a solar panel to go with it. So what we do is we keep this one plugged in until it's fully charged. And then on the panel, it will actually show you how many days until you next need to charge it. So we charge it like once a month using a regular wall plug. And then it turns off and it holds that power. You can connect it to your cell phone as well, which is what I like about it. So it'll tell me like, hey, it's gonna run out of juice, you better plug it in. But in an emergency, you can run regular, what is it called, 120? 120. It has USB stuff. It has lightning stuff if you have like a newer cell phone, an Apple Watch, whatever. This panel down here, you can actually open. It has 220. So if you need to run something, I was reading about this when we bought it and somebody said that they hooked their RV up to it and they were able to run 2 air conditioners all night on this thing. So for us, having a heat source and having enough power to run freezers and things like that is really, really important. This one, it's travelable. What I like about it, I have it turned on. So it has a digital display, of course it just turned off. Has a digital display. So you can check on it anytime. Like I said, you can hook it Wi-Fi to your phone. But it can tip up like this. It looks like a bowling case or a suitcase. So you can roll it to where you need to go. It's got wheels. Roll it to where you need it to go. It's not terribly heavy. And then you just collapse this down.
It's really heavy.
It's heavy, you guys. This thing is, what was it?
Easy to roll.
100 pounds, I think. But easy to roll when it's on the wheels. But we just shove this in a corner near a power supply. And then when we need to charge it, it's good. And then if the power goes out, we're good. The second one that we have is a little bit smaller. If there's times when we know a storm is going to come through, I do send it to my kids' house because then I know that they are good as well. This thing hooks to, I'm trying to maneuver it out of the way a little bit. This one, and you guys asked about this the last time we showed you the smaller one, you can hook it to a solar panel. So we have 2 solar panels on our van that we can hook it to. But if you need a solar panel, you can actually get one. So this thing, I love because it can easily slide into a closet or something like that. It's not terribly heavy. And this thing, you guys, is massive. It's got little snaps, and then it's literally pleats and pleats and pleats of solar panels. And on the back of those, it has these little Velcro pieces so that you can put it out as a ginormous solar panel. I'm going to sit on this thing.
Probably
So
can't even see the whole thing.
using the solar panel, you can charge the entire power bank in like 2 hours. So for us, if our fridge and freezer run for like 24 hours, you can unplug them, power this thing up in like 2 hours, and then those stay fine. And then you plug them back in, and then you let them run another 24 hours. So long term, you're in a really good shape to have power, especially somebody who has a medical device, CPAP machines. I mean, think about it, you guys, all the stuff that you're gonna lose with power. Anyways, I definitely recommend this company. We've dealt with their customer service and they're phenomenal. And the price right now on this is way discounted. So if you need some kind of power bank, we do have, what's the other one we have? The very first one we ever got is a Jackery. And I do like it because it is very, very small and compact, and it gets, which is the same thing, and it's easy to move around, but we have had issues with it overheating.
It's great for the van.
It's great for our van, but we've had issues with it overheating. And it doesn't do much. You cannot use the Jackery we have in our home. So price-wise, the Aviary, it's like Avery, but it's not. Anyways, it's a much better price option, and it will do a whole lot more than our Jackery. Okay, last thing I wanted to talk about, and I think I'm not even in the picture at this point, but that's fine.
You are.
Okay, is our miscellaneous things. Honorable mentions. I'm going to put the power bank away, you guys. But this is how you spell it. It's A-F-E-R-I-Y. I will link it below. Honorable mentions, you guys. Bye. See you later. It has a light on it, too. Honorable mentions. Something Shawn buys for me every single year for the most part are, and this is a terrible way to display this, are essential oils. Essential oils can get kind of pricey. I love to use them in cleaning products and body care things. We use them in our dishwashing stuff. We use them in our washing machine stuff. We use them for a lot of stuff, but they're expensive. You guys often will ask our favorite brand. I get what is called Fabulous Franny. It is not the most expensive, and that is fine with me because I don't consume this internally. So I'm using it around my house and stuff, so I'm fine using this brand. I use Fabulous Franny. I will link some of their starter kits in the Amazon little list that I've created, but they're really good price. They're really good concentrations, and they're a really good company. They're a smaller company. We really enjoyed working with them so far. And then I ordered some new of these, so I wouldn't be showing you guys my dirty shoes, but here it is. Allie's dirty shoes. Honorable mentions, good wool socks, you guys. I had some on and I got too hot, so I took them off. But good wool socks, they're awesome for keeping your feet hot or cold, and they last forever. They're really not that expensive. Shawn has some that he takes when he's camping and it's like negative degrees, and then I wear them in the winter just around the house because I hate putting on shoes, except for these. So these, I don't know why I can only find one of each one. I don't know where the other ones went. But these are, in our Amazon shop, they are Skirtane brand. They're like a house slipper, but I throw them in the washing machine, which I need to do. They're like $10, and I wear these everywhere. They're rubber bottomed. I've had these for years, you guys, and I even wear them in the chicken coop. I know, I'm that person. If I'm gonna go work in the garden, I'm in these. I don't know. They're just easy to slide on. I can sew in them, which is kind of a weird one because I don't like sewing with shoes on. I like to be able to feel the pedal. The other thing, fuzzy lined Crocs, or Crocs in general. Shawn has American themed ones. He has Green Bay Packer ones. I have these ones. They live on our back porch and we use them to walk around the yard in. You can rinse them off, especially if they're not the fuzzy ones. And you can get generic ones. Shawn has a generic one and a real one. I have a real one. We got them all for our kids and they wear them all the time. I know that's so like Southern of us to wear Crocs, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, I think that was everything I had on my honorable miscellaneous. Oh, the last thing, you guys. I'm not going to take in the sewing machine because it's literally a disaster. Thank you to you guys. A sewing machine. If you know somebody who is interested in learning how to sew, or if you have questions about sewing machines, let me know. But if you want a good, just basic, user-friendly sewing machine, Shawn's going to disagree with me on this one. He likes the Juki. We have a TL2000 QI. We actually just ordered a second one because Shawn has officially stolen mine. And so we need two. I know, we're those people. So we do love that, but they're like $1,000. I did find one on a Black Friday deal for like $650. So it's shipping from Washington. The other one, and if you're looking for a low-priced, easy-to-use, this one is super user-friendly, is, I'll link it in my Amazon shop. It is a Janome, Janome. It's super user-friendly, super easy to like thread, and it has a quilt plate next to it. So it has like the extension table that goes on it. I love it because it's pretty much like if you're gonna have a basic machine. We have some brothers, we have some singers, we have different machines, and they're hard to thread. They cluster nest all the time. The Janome is the only one that we've got that really doesn't have any issues, except.
I do disagree a little bit, but because love my machine, but the Janome is really good and is a good deal, and
it's like $300.
It's easy to use. It really is. So, not disagreeing, but I love my Juki.
Yeah, he loves his Juki. So if you want to go high end for sewing machines, Juki TL2000 QI, or the 2010 QI. The only difference on that one is it has a speed dial, like you can move it from rabbit to turtle instead of using your foot. But the Janome is like just over $300, and you can quilt with it. The only thing is it moves really slow compared to a Juki, but if you're looking for any information on that. Anyways, that is the end of our list, you guys. I hope you guys have, well, if you have any ideas that I missed, which I know you guys will, hit me up in the comments below. I love reading your guys' stuff. Actually, Shawn usually does, and then he leaves the good ones for me so that I can answer your questions if he can't. But,
ouch.
you know, there's certain things he can't answer. That's all I was saying. I love you. But if you guys have anything to add to the list, let me know. I will read it for sure. And can they see you in the reflection making faces?
I'm just laughing at you.
But anyways, happy holidays. And by the way, you guys, we will have some gift ideas that are handmade. We do that every single year on our channel. So if you don't want to go spend money, because I know times are hard for a lot of people, we will have options. We also have options from the last 2 years. I think 2 years ago we did 30 different ideas. Last year we did like 15. So it's not all about spending money. I just wanted to give you options in case. That's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and happy holidays, you guys. That's wild, right?